Hello everyone and welcome back to the course, and I congratulate you all for completing the very first 4 units, and which were the almost the basic part of the programming, and you can applaud yourself for that. And those first 4 units are almost same for any sort of programming language that you will be working on. And now it's the turn of function. Before that, I need to remind you all, so do subscribe our channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you can get the latest updates related to this course and for the upcoming courses on our channel. So the very fifth unit is on functions. We have used functions a lot while studying the very first 4 units. We have used scanf function, printf function, we have used main function, we have used math.h library functions, we have including the square root function, power function, logarithmic function, sine function, cos function. We have used functions a lot, but we have not talked about them much. So they help us a lot, and without them, literally nothing is possible in C, and they are very important for the programmer perspective because they make our code very readable. They help us to reduce the line of code. They are reusable, and basically they helps us a lot while writing a program, and they are very crucial, and we are going to learn them, and I would request you guys to be focused while learning functions. They are not difficult to understand, but they are very important. So what definition says a function is a self-contained block of statements which are kept together to perform a specific task in related methods. A function has a name and it is reusable. Obviously it is very obvious we have used many functions, and each function has its own name and its own functionality. At the back we have used predefined function till now. Predefined functions are those who are already defined or whose statement is already defined in some library that we have included in our program. For say we have used scanf function and printf function. We don't know what was the line of code behind those two functions, but we know that those two functions definitions lie in the header file named std stdio.h. Okay, so all the functions have some definition, some piece of code. They are a piece of code that they are executed when the function is invoked or called. Okay, so I'm not going to go in detail with the two types of functions that we have written over here, user defined and library function. First of all, we are going to talk about the reusability of the function and how the functions are called, and what do I mean by the term that function is called. So we have here a short program. You can see in here I have declared two functions, buy and hello. You need not to worry about how I have defined these two functions. Just focus on the concepts right now. You will be able to make your own functions after few videos. Okay, so you need not to worry about that, how I have declared these two functions. You just need to know right now that there is an hello function that prints this statement, which is hello there, with two exclamation and a new line character, and there is a buy function. Whenever this function is called or this function is executed, we have a print statement that says buy there with two exclamation and a new line character itself. So first of all, we have this function main. We have a main function, and then we have called function hello. So before going to this, I would like to remind you all what is the importance of the main function. Any C program consists of at least one function, and that one function should be and must be main. Why it should be main? And if a program consists of only one function, it should be main. If a C program contains more than one function, then one and only one of these functions must be main, because program execution always begins with main. There is no limit of number of functions that you can use in a program. There is basically no limit. You can use n number of functions in a program. Each function in a program is called in a sequence specified by the function called in main. So what the main function do? The execution of the C program starts at main and ends at main. So the compiler itself reads the main function first. It is going for the main function. Then in this statement, this particular example, what is going to happen? The main function is going to call hello function. So let's first run this program, and we have an output as hello there. This statement was not printed, only this statement was printed. Why this statement was printed? Because this function was called by main. These two functions were not executed. They will not get executed on their own. The compiler is not going to read their definition until the main function calls them. Okay, until the main function calls them. The execution starts here with the main function itself, and then main function is calling the hello function. What do I mean by the main function is calling hello function? So it means that first of all, in main function all the lines are executed line by line or in sequence, and in sequence in order, you can say. And whenever a function is invoked by main function, for this case the hello function is invoked, or you can say called by main function. This means the sequence of the main function itself is temporarily suspended, or you can say the main function gets rest, and the control or the compiler shifts to the definition of the other function or hello function, or you can say main function go to sleep and the hello function is awaken, and it is working now. After there is no line of code left in hello function. The hello function, when the hello function is done with its execution, the main function again wake up and print out the next piece of code. Okay, so this is what is the meaning of hello function is called by main function, or main function is calling hello function. So this is what is happening here. The compiler is not reading these statements. Compiler is reading this statement, and then it is going to check where is the hello function. So it finds the hello function in here itself, and this is what is happening here. So the main function is calling hello function. We can call hello function as many as time we want. We want. There is no limit, and this is also called the reusability of code. How many times we can use a particular function? There is no limit. We can use an n number of time and at n positions. You can use the functions at anywhere in the program and any number of time. And there is and you can also see I am calling by function by, and you can see in here there is the compiler is not checking their sequences. It is not saying that the by function is the second function, so you cannot call it after hello. This is not the case, guys. Here what is happening, it is simply checking where is the by function going is to definition, and after the execution of this statement, it again main function again wakes up, and it goes for the second function. It again goes to sleep. Then this line of code is executed after the end of this function. The main function again is awake, and then it calls the hello function, and so on. And you can use these two functions anywhere and anytime you want, and this is the reusability of the functions. I hope you have the idea of how the functions are working, and how they are reusable, and what is the importance of the main function. So you have seen the only function that is getting executed is main function. Okay, the only function that is getting executed or execution starts at the main function, and if there are some function inside the main function, then main function is going to call them according to their turn, and when they were called or they are getting executed, the main function itself gets gets a sleep, or you can say gets a rest, and those functions are going to get executed. And when there is no statement left on those function or that particular function which was called, then the control again gets shifted to the main function, and main function is awakened and gets active again. So this was all about this lecture. So see you in the next video.